people? This is Dave with Lost Farms Homestead. We're at the homestead in town today. I'm thinking, wind. I'm thinking I'm gonna get everything set up for the Hyperadobe today. So typically it's a two-person process. You got to have someone put the fill into the bag, and then another person has to hold it and do all of that stuff, and it's a two-person operation. And excuse me, the project that we had, or the appointment that we had this morning ran a little bit late, and then Hope had to get ready and go to work, so I'm out here by myself right now. So I'm not going to be able to fill any of it, but I will be able to do all of the setup and get everything ready to go. So I'll show you how I'm setting everything up, and I'll get it ready to go out here, and then hopefully tomorrow after church, hopefully we can get a bit of it done. We're going to have to cut it a little bit short because we have some things going on in the evening, and I still need time to edit and do all of that stuff, so we're going to have to cut it short. But we will have probably 4, maybe 5 hours-ish to work on it, so we'll see how much we can get done and what time we have. So, and again, that'll be like a kind of an experimental thing to see how it works and how we can get it going, because we've never actually done it before, so this is going to be our first run at it. So I'm going to spend the day today getting it all set up and ready to go so that we can hit it in the morning, and then we'll come out here and see what we can get done tomorrow. So that's where I'm at right now. Stick around. Thanks. Sorry about the wind. Okay, so I've got this finished here. So I've assembled this all the way. You can see it's fully assembled finally. It's kind of a pain, but I got it together. You'll see over here, somehow in the move, I lost the cotter pin that goes on here, but I've just taken a piece of rebar wire, tie wire, and tied it around there. So that ought to stay on. I don't think it'll come off, but I think it's good. It'll work for what I'm doing. So yeah, so we have the mixer set up so we can mix the fill for the Hyperadobe now. So that's good. Next I've got the Predator, this guy here. This is the same one that we had out on the ranch if you watch some of the other episodes. This thing has not been run since then, so I think it's pretty good. But right now I got an empty tank. You can see the fuel is on empty right now. So I'm gonna need to pick up some fuel on the way home tomorrow from church. So I've got some fuel in here, but it's really old. I think it kind of made the trip all the way to Oklahoma and back, and it never got used. So it's been in there probably about a year. I don't think I put any preservative in it, so it's probably not good. But I think I've got a 5-gallon container, so there's about a half a gallon in that one. So I think if I put like 3 gallons in the 5 and then dump that in there and mix it up, I think it'll be okay. I can probably run it through this thing without too much problem. But yeah, and then I've got a little bit more gasoline in here that I've had stored for a while that I need to burn off the same way. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing, getting a couple of larger storage tanks and filling those up and then dumping them on the top of those to try and thin it out so that the old gas gets used. I don't want to run it through the vehicles because that would be really bad to have an issue with the vehicle. If something happens to this generator, I'll be upset, but it won't be a complete loss. So I think I'll run it that way and see how that works. Anyways, all right, so I'm pretty much set up here for this. So I'm gonna move these back into the barn for now and see what else I can do around here until tomorrow, because I can't really get to the Hyperadobe until tomorrow. So I would just wheel it out there and leave it, but oh hey, check this out. Huh? Where'd he go? Okay, so note to self, stop trying to zoom in on things that are far away. All I'm doing is interrupting the flow of things, so my bad, I apologize. All right, yeah, I'm gonna put this stuff back in the barn. I don't want to leave it out here overnight, so I'm gonna get it back in the barn and then we'll break it out tomorrow after church and get set up and get this thing going. So the next thing I need to do is I need to build the filler. So I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. So yeah, let me get these put back in the barn and then I'll set up over here and show you how to do that. All right, cool, stick around. Thanks. All right, so we are going to build the filler for the Hyperadobe. So this is totally not the right way to do this, but I do not have a jigsaw, or rather I have one, but I don't know where it is, and even if I did know where it was, I don't have a blade for it currently. So we're gonna just do it this way because this is what I have. So just cut off the bottom. There we go. All right. So got one with the bottom off. Let me get another one. And you'll notice these don't have handles either, so there's a reason for that. I'll show you that in a minute. And these are full of scrap. Vegetable scrap. This is what we use to feed the chickens, the scraps, but I've got several of these all over the place, so it's not going to hurt me to lose a couple. So I'm going to continue with this one because you need 2 of them. So 2 5-gallon buckets with the bottoms removed is what you're going to need. Seems easier to go at it at an angle if you're going to use a saw like this rather than going straight up and down. Seems like it goes faster going straight up and down, but it's a lot harder to control. So this seems easier to control. There we go. All right. So now I got 2 of these, and I'm going to put them together like this, and I'm going to run duct tape around it to hold it together, and then I'll show you how and why. So let me get some duct tape. I'll be right back. Alright, so I have some duct tape around here. I'm just not sure where it is, but I do have this Gorilla tape. This is Gorilla sealing tape, waterproof, so this will work excellent for what we're doing here. So what I want to do is get this lined up, and I want to start a line of this. And this stuff is pretty sticky here, so it's got a peel layer on it. So this is not going to come off. Once it goes on, this is on there. So let's see if I can find there it is. Alright, here we go. Alright, so. Uh-oh. It's going without me. Crap. Alright, there we go. That was close. Alright. Let's get this on here. You know what? I think I'm going to try and do it this way. Seems like it'll work a little easier. I was trying to lay it down, but it doesn't seem to work very well that way. So this, I can get it on here. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Here, let me move around so you can see what I'm doing over here. So, like this. Peel a little bit. And roll it right around. Like that. Okay, turn it, peel a little bit. Roll it around. Like that, nice and tight. It's good. Alright. Turn it. Peel it. Roll it around. Issues like that. Okay. There we go. Roll that. And around like that. There we go. This stuff is pretty goopy. I don't want to goop up my scissors, so I got some razor blades here if I can get them apart. Jeez. So this is the problem with having stuff and letting it sit for too long. It gets stuck together and rusty and whatever else, and that ain't no good. So, alright, there we go. Alright, razor blade. Alright, so right about here, get off of there. I got it stuck already. Okay, so I'm going to let it lap over about an inch right there. Right back on. Oh, that's quite sticky right there. Alright, so that is on there nice and good. That's not going anywhere. Alright, there we go. Nice. Look at that. Okay. So, I think on the inside I've got a bit of, see, it's kind of chunky right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the inside with the razor and just kind of clean that edge up a little bit. Alright, there we go. It's a lot better. Okay. So, nice and clean. Alright, I was thinking I want to run a row of this on the inside. I'm not sure how well it'll go on. Let's make an attempt at it just simply because it'll make it nice and smooth on the inside. Alright, let's see if we can do it. I think I'll set it down. Pre-cut this one. There we go. That ought to work. Alright, and I'm gonna stick it on in here, see how well it works. Hopefully it'll be real nice. Yes. Well, that's actually going on there pretty nice. This way, if there's any consistency in how the buckets went together, it'll keep it from creating a pocket, and it won't let the fill go into the pocket and get stuck. So this will make it go right over whatever openings there might be or inconsistencies in the bucket. Now it's not exactly perfect, but it'll work. It came out a little funky right here, but that's fine. It's good. So that's nice right there. All right. Okay, so the reason why we did this is because what we're going to do is we're going to take the Hyperadobe and we're going to cut it, we're going to measure it, and then cut it to length, and then we're going to take one end of it and tie it off, and then the other end we're going to roll over the top of this and roll it all on here like a sock. When you roll up a sock, all the way on here until the knot is right here. Then we're going to turn it over and we'll start filling on this side, and then just drag it away, fill it, drag it away, and it'll fill. And as we pull it away, it'll come off of here like a sock and unroll off of the tube while we're filling it. And then we can place it and get it in there where we want it and tamp it down, and it should work out pretty nice. So that's the idea. So this is our filler bucket. I'm going to put this right over here, and we got the rest of everything out there. Well, right now it's in the barn, but when we get ready, we'll get the rest of it. We'll set it up out here. I'm going to need to get a small extension cord because the cable on the back of the mixer is very short, so I'm going to need a small extension cord, but I've got one of those inside, and then we'll set it up and get it going. So yeah, we'll hit that first thing in the morning when we get back from church, so stick around for that. I got a few other things I'm going to do around here. I might get some video, I might just do it and show you later. Yeah, stick around. Thanks. Okay, so first, to start off, I am not being sponsored by Black Rifle. They are not sponsoring my videos. This is I Like Black Rifle, and this is good coffee. So, having said that, I also am not one of those kind of people that's into the whole unboxing thing. I've seen them unboxing videos and, you know, whatever. Most of the stuff I don't really care much about anyways. But I do have here a box from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Now, we typically will get the small bags, and we get it in whole bean, and we'll just buy it as we need it. But Hope has taken the liberty to order a box and have it sent to the house. So this, I believe, is the $40 box. And I have no idea what's in it. I don't know if she selected it or if she just got the ship us whatever or what. So I'm gonna open this and see what's in it. So, and I'll tell you, not a moment too soon. We were just out. I got like maybe one more pot of the Just Black, and then we're out. So this is cool. All right, let's see here. Alright, Silencer Smooth. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. Just Black. Oh yeah, she selected them. Yep, she had to have, because there's no way that they would have just sent me exactly what I like. And Just Black. What else do we got in here? This is a card for 20% off of, oh, to give to a friend. Recruit a battle buddy. Nice. Alright. So let's see, this is whole bean. I believe it's whole bean. Feels like whole bean. Yep. Alright, so I will have to grind this, which is awesome because that makes it really fresh. So that's good. Alright, so Silencer Smooth, Just Black, Just Black. Here, I'll put it this way. Nice. right, so it is Sunday morning. I'm out here. I've just hooked all of this up and tested everything, and I mixed the gasoline into the full one over here, so that's handled good. And I checked this is working fine, everything's good. I got a short extension cable here that'll get me where I need to go with it so that we're not dragging dirt all across the place. So I got all of this right now. I'm gonna grab a roll of the Hyperadobe out of the barn and then get the wheelbarrow and start moving everything out, and then we'll get set up and start this thing going. So stick around. Thanks. All right, so we are finally ready to start here. So I've got the Hyperadobe set up right here on a roller. We got it with just a dowel and a couple of blocks here, so we can pull that off without resistance, and we're not fighting it to get it to unroll.
Resistance is futile.
Right. So, and then we got our filler thing here, and we'll set that up here in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the length of this across here, and then we'll cut a piece off that long with a little bit extra, and then we'll tie off one end and then fill it as it goes across here, and then once it's full we'll tie off the other end, stick it down, tamp it, and then continue from there. And then once we get those full, we're going to fill all of the footings, all of the trenching that we've done, we're going to fill all of those up to ground level, and then we'll do one row all the way around that's continuous. So this is the mixing station right here. So I've got the generator is going to run the mixer, and I got the concrete set up over here and the wheelbarrow, and it's right next to our dirt so that we're not dragging it all the way across the place. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 scoop of concrete in the mixer and then add dirt until it's just about full, and let it mix. Once it's all mixed, we'll dump it in the wheelbarrow, move it where we need it, and then use it to fill the Hyperadobe. So that's going to be the process. Now when we set up the Hyperadobe, what we're going to do is we're going to take the length of the Hyperadobe and stretch it over the top of this, kind of like a sock, and then flip it upside down so we can fill it from the bottom and then stretch it out as it gets filled. So we'll show you how that works. So right now I'm going to set up over here, and we're going to measure and cut and get it put on the filler, and then we'll start the mixing. So all right, so we're going to get it going right now. Thanks. Okay, so
no Jenny.
Yeah, the generator is not working. I think I need to get the gasoline that's in it out and put some fresh gasoline in it and get it going, and I don't have time to do that right now or the right equipment to do it. So no generator, no mixer, so I'm going to be doing this by hand, and we're probably not going to get a whole lot done because we got to pack it up in about an hour and a half. So yeah.
Already that late?
Yeah, it's noon right now, love. I figure 1:30 because we got all that stuff we got tonight. Yeah, anyways. All right, so frustrating. All right, I'm gonna mix it by hand here in the wheelbarrow, and then we'll just
Do what we have to do.
Shovel it into the thing. So, all right, I'm gonna get this going. Stick around. Thanks. so we're gonna try the shovel this time, see if it works better than the scoop. I think the scoop is for when it gets really high and you can't reach it with the shovel anymore. So we're gonna hit it with this and see how that works. The reason why we're putting in these is to serve as kind of a footing, so that we can, once we put that next row, the first row, I've got some 2-foot long rebars that have washers welded onto the top of them.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. That we used to hold the top plates onto the earth bags out at the ranch when we were doing that, and I've got some left over, so we're going to pin the corners and then maybe a few spots in between depending on how many I've got, and that'll hold it to the footings, and then those will serve as footings for stabilizers, so it's not just sitting on the ground out here, and then that way it kind of holds it to it. Additionally, once we get once we get the first row in, I'm going to come in here at this level and I'm going to put some, what did we call those things?
I have no idea what's going on here, Brian.
The boards with the nails up and down?
Cleats.
Cleats, yes. We're going to put some cleats in at the top of the first row. At every one of the posts, we'll put a cleat to hold it so it doesn't try to move around. And we'll probably do that 2 or 3 times on the courses going up. So anyways, she's ready for me and I'm over here
Gavin, as always.
gabbing.
Chatterbox.
So I'm gonna
Chatty Cathy.
turn us over here and start getting some more mix going. So.
Because you're the Chatty Cathy.
I'm the Chatty Cathy, apparently. All right, let me get this going.
Oh yeah, we totally plugged an anthill, by the way.
Good. Sorry for the wind and the barky dog over here. Pickle. Hey, Stop. Rude. Okay, so we have finished what we're going to do up to this point. We have some things we got to do this afternoon, and I need time to edit and take care of other stuff, get ready for the week. So we're going to call it right here. I'll show you where we're at. So we got this run right here and here, and then we did these two here. Oh, excuse me. Well, that one right there. So we didn't get very far. Sorry for the wind. We didn't get very far, not nearly as far as I would have liked to have gotten, but we did learn a few things while doing this. So we figured out a lot of the consistency of the dirt. You want it wet where it kind of clumps together, but not so wet that it's like sticky. And that tends to clump together pretty good, and it forms really well. Also, you want to wet the top of the one that you're going on top of, and it helps it stick better to it. And one of the other things that we learned is that when you're cutting the rolls here, when you're cutting this roll, you want to cut. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Batteries died. Should have been paying better attention. Anyways, so yeah, when we're cutting the Hyperadobe, sorry for the wind. When we're cutting the Hyperadobe, you want to cut an extra foot of length on it, because you gotta see, we ended up here, so you can see where we were short right here, and also we were short right here with it. I don't know if you can see that, the shadow's kind of in the way, makes it funky, but yeah, so we're gonna have to fill that little spot right there, and we'll probably double it up and then go back over it with another row the rest of the way. I'm thinking these two look a little thin, kind of low, so I'm thinking we want to put another layer on top of these two here just to bring them up a little bit, but we'll do that next week. Kind of out of time for this week, so. But the filler right here, the filler worked pretty good. That was good. The pins right here holding everything down, those are working pretty good. I'm happy with that. I need to figure out the generator. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, and I'm not even sure I have time to mess with it, so I might end up having to figure something else out as far as that. But anyways, so right now I'm just going to take both of those and put them in the barn, and I'll have to mess with it later because I don't have time. So all right, well, yeah, that's where I'm at for right now. Hopefully we can get to it next week and maybe get some more done on it. Maybe I'll be a little bit more better prepared. Hopefully I can do something with that generator. Figure out how to get a mixer out here. It would go a whole lot faster if I wasn't mixing it by hand. That's for certain. I mean, maybe I even stretch the cord out and mix it over there and then just roll it across. I don't know. I'll figure something out. We might do that next week. Anyways. All right, I'm gonna call it for now. So thanks for watching our video. Like and subscribe. See you next week.